Hey there, home theater fans. I'm Todd with avnirvana.com, and I'm hanging out once again with my good buddy Skyler Meek at CEDIA, CEDIA 2025. Skyler, you guys have been showing some really cool stuff off over the last couple years, and since I last saw you, a lot has happened with Just Video Walls.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. Like, so we have two booths now, right? We have Lunar Walls. We talked about that last year, but we kind of split that off into its own brand and its own.
So that now is not associated really with Just Video Walls?
Oh, it totally is. It is. It's, you know, it's Lunar Walls by Just Video Walls, because the most important thing, and I think we talked about this last year, is our approach to the market, right? Coming from the foundation of integrators ourselves, like, it is vital that these walls are perfect when they go in, because our integrators have 20-year-long relationships, and it's like, we don't want to be the ones who cause any friction there. Like, this thing needs to go in, it 100% has to be perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So both brands benefit from us and the process and the quality and the incredibly well detailed, you know, low tolerance frames. Like, everything is just super dialed, right?
Yeah, so with Lunar Walls, you guys have more SKUs essentially that you're running with, that your clients can have access to make it even easier for them to get your product installed.
Right. Yeah. So Lunar Walls is our approach for, you know, like, some integrators. There's a couple types out there. Like, some of them have never done micro-LED before, and they're a little scared of it. And rightfully so. Like,
it's a scary, I mean, it's intimidating.
Well, yeah, like, this wall behind us is a 217-inch wall where we've got some guys playing video games on it right now. You know, actually, it's like a cutscene, I think, but, you know, that's a $195,000 wall.
Yeah.
Which is not the highest in the market, it's not the lowest in the market, but let's be honest, like, that's expensive. If I convey that to a client and he looks at it and some of the panels are like 1% off, or they're just a little off, or, you know, there's some weirdness in the refresh, or the LEDs are just weird, or there's a dead pixel, like, none of that bodes well for the integrator. And honestly, like, at the end of the day, it's not good. It's not a good experience for the end user.
No, it wouldn't be at all.
Right.
Well, maybe for some people if they didn't notice, but I think I would pick up on it within a second, and it would be ruined from there on out.
Yeah, you do, because you see the small things and then you can't unsee them.
Right.
It's like a bottleneck. Like, the whole experience is, you know, it's limited to the one weak point in the system. And we just unapologetically, like, are eliminating every single potential way it could go wrong. Right? So that way, when an integrator works with Just Video Walls or Lunar Walls, 100% of the time they can be confident in it and it looking awesome.
Yeah.
Right? And if something somehow makes it through our 3-stage QC process, like, we are going to make it right. Like, no matter what. Like, Angel and Ryan, like, I've been on the phone where they're like, I'm booking a flight right now to come out and fly. Most of the time, it's like the cable got wired wrong, or something like that, or like the electrician put in the power wrong or something.
But you need somebody who knows what they're doing to come in and step in and say, I know, because it's a very complex system.
Right.
It's not delivered like this, I can tell you that. I saw you guys building one the other day.
Yeah, that would be a really big shipping crate if it was delivered like that.
Now, this one behind us, this is new technology for you, is that right?
It's not a new technology. No, this is a standard 1.2 that we offer in our 5th gen cabinet, which is really, the tolerances on it are just insane. Like, it's crazy. This wall right here, like, we didn't even do any edge blending on it. It's pretty much like out of the box on the wall. We had some, you know, tweaking that we did to it, but overall, like, this is a really, really good product, and you can look at it.
It's pretty much seamless.
Yeah.
I mean, we're roughly 10 feet away or so, and there's no grid pattern visible here, even in the dark areas.
Exactly.
Which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Is that something you guys have been working on over the years
It's just been a continuous refinement, right? So, like I said, that's our 5th gen cabinet, and every time we refine it, like, it's, okay, what's another thing that, you know, is frustrating us right now? Or what's another thing that I have to do in the field that really doesn't make sense for me to have to do in the field? Or what's another way that we can make this work for the end user? What do you do when you have a giant infrasonic subwoofer in the room and it's rattling everything on the wall? Right? How can we make sure that our panels aren't going to move a little bit, and every 5 days I have to go up and fiddle with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Have you wondered about that? Do you have any installations where an Ascendo infrasonic sub is in the back of the room shaking that thing?
Dude, okay, so
I'm sure I've seen your videos. So
there's some crazy stuff going into these rooms. Like one of our dealers has like 20 subwoofers in one of his room, and the front stage alone, like he's got a stage and then there's a wall above it, and that room has like 6 subs underneath the front stage alone.
I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like they're moving a lot of air, right? I don't think we've been in on an Ascendo yet, as far as with infrasonic, but there's just so much happening, that we just have to pay attention to and solve, right, before it becomes a problem.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So in terms of problem solving, you guys have a new product that I think solves a problem for the end user, and that's how to make these things really sing, right? Do you want to give us a little talk and show us what it's all about?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of, 5 solutions that we're bringing this year. But
and we covered them all on our website, by the way, and I'll drop a link to that article. So anybody who's interested in more of the news that's coming out of just video walls around CEDIA, you can click on a link down in the description and go over and read all about it. But there's one in particular that I thought was really neat.
Okay.
And it's sitting right on the wall over here.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay. Awesome. So we're standing here in front of another one of your amazing walls.
Yes.
What are you going to show us?
All right, so this is let me give you the stats of this wall first, right? So this is a 156-inch diagonal.
Just ruins me, by the way. Keep going.
So just to let you know, like I've been doing this a while now, and every single time I see one, I'm still just blown away. You know what I'm saying? Like
I know exactly what you're saying.
So much fun.
Yeah.
So what's behind me is a 156, but it's not 16:9, so it's actually slightly wider than that.
Okay.
It's a 2.13 aspect ratio. So this is actually my favorite presentation in a room, and what I love about it is we can put 3 layers on the bottom and 2 layers on the top in 16:9. Right, so we have 5 sources coming in.
And this is roughly a 55-inch, 65-inch.
Probably, yeah, something like that. Maybe I should learn those specs and figure them out.
Roughly, to my eye, about 50 to 55, 60.
Right. This one's bigger on the top because we only have 2, but what this represents is like an ultimate multimedia experience, right? So we have the game that we were just playing on the wall over there, which, holy cow, that's gorgeous. And then, we got sports going around and Apple TV, streaming thing going up on the top right. And the question is, and nobody's talking about this, is how do I actually convey this and control this from an end user perspective, right? Like, I can't have a login to some crazy processor with programming and all this stuff in it. That's just disaster. Nobody wants to open their laptop in the middle of the living room and be like, hold on, let me turn it to movie mode. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I mean, set the stage. You've got all your buddies over to watch football on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You got to be able to make this all happen without taking an hour to make it happen.
Exactly, right. And the control systems are great, which we integrate with, but none of them are set up to do switching and routing and all the things that we need to do to make this a really great experience for people. So we decided to just solve this problem. And it's over here on the wall, so we can walk over here and I'll show you how it works. So on this iPad here, you can see directly correlating to what's on the wall behind us is our layout, right? So on our multimedia wall, we have Apple TV, Apple TV, Apple TV. We have a game in the middle, and then another Apple TV in the bottom right.
That's awesome.
And now here's
these are all separate Apple TVs. So
these are all separate sources.
Separate sources.
So I've got my list of potential sources down here. So for example, we have a Black Dove, so I can move that Black Dove. Let's swap it out with Apple TV 4. So what happens is that updates in the processor, and now we've immediately got our Black Dove coming in on the top right. Give it a second to sync. There we go. So we've got a really high-end, beautiful piece of artwork coming in on the Black Dove on the top right. So now we also have other modes for this, right? So we ran into a lot of edge cases when figuring out how to make this work, right? So this is 3 on the bottom, 1 on the top. Right now I have sports coming in on the top, but what happens if I have a 2-3-5 system coming on the top with a movie like Kaleidoscape? Okay. So normally you're going to have, well, right now what's showing is Top Gun, and that movie switches aspect ratio.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Right now it looks like it's in its IMAX.
Right. It's in its IMAX mode, which is still cropping a little bit, and it still looks kind of funny on this wall sitting inside of a 16:9 container. But what I can do is I can change the aspect ratio of this. So like a movie that's only 235, I might want to just fill the entire 32:9 space. And I can do that by just tapping the aspect ratio button. And now Top Gun is filling the entire 32:9 space in the top.
Is it essentially zooming in on the picture and cropping out
Yes,
the
so
sides, the top and the
it's
bottom?
cropping the top and bottom to fit the 32:9. So you're losing a little bit, right? But I can also say, you know what, I actually want to see the whole thing. So I'm going to switch back to 16:9 first. Let that run through. And then I'm going to actually switch it to 235. So now I can set my movie to native 235, right? And you can just imagine how this can be deployed in different shapes of walls and different sizes, right? So we might have a 32:9 aspect wall with 8 sources in it, and we'll be able to control every component of that. Now, one of the other things that's really important is that we allow the user to select which wall the audio is coming from, or which source. So right now the source is coming from the game for the immersion wall on the side, but what if we wanted to come from the movie and have that play the Top Gun sound? So I can immediately change that, and now you can hear, we've switched to the F1 movie now, and the sound is coming from that source.
Oh, wow. It's that easy, though.
It's that easy, right? And this is honestly the only way to do this. And the reason that nobody's done this is because it's incredibly, incredibly difficult to pull off something like this. Like the number of edge cases is crazy.
I can only imagine.
Right? I'll show you something else that's really cool. I know you're a fan of Mad VR. I am too. We love Mad VR. We have a Mad VR button that I can hit and turn on any of the sources at any given time.
Oh, wow.
So I just turned it on. Mad VR takes a minute to spin up, so I'm going to let it do its thing. But you'll see the motion is now smoothing on that source, right? So we've got smoother motion. I don't think we have nonlinear stretch turned on, but if we did, you would see that go into play. So the idea is convey this in a way that actually makes sense to the consumer to use as essentially a remote for the video wall.
And the layout, I mean, honestly, this is the first time I'm seeing this. It is very app-like. And I mean that in a really good way. I mean, you think about what you see on your iPhone or your Android phone. This really fits right into that ecosystem of, that I can touch that area and make a change.
Right. We're all used to using apps, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, a lot of us will, instead of popping into the Control4 app, it's like, well, then let me just get into my Sonos app, or I'll switch over to my Apple TV remote app or whatever. Like, the upcoming generations are more familiar with doing that. But design requires good UX and UI. And that's what's missing from this whole element that nobody's talking about right now. And so we just wanted to really bring this to the market and offer dealers a way to just sell the entire experience, right? Yeah. And like I was saying earlier, like, our company is not about just presenting a product at a price point and focusing on a spec and trying to make a transaction with someone. It's about what's right for the end user, and what's right for the end user is going through an integrator, because this product is complicated. Yeah. It's complex, and there's a lot of ways that it can go wrong.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, like, it's important that it's done the right way, with the right type of system, with the right control, and with the people who are backing it up and supporting it, and who are going to be here forever, right? So this is just another one of the 5 ways, or whatever, how many other things we're launching here, that we're saying this is the solution, not just a product, it's a solution to make MicroLED awesome in any environment.
It's really cool. And that's something that I love about your company and your attack on the scene, because you guys came onto the scene. No one out there was doing anything like this.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you've come along and you're like, this is how we're going to make it easier for people to install. People, I say, your integrators, your customers. And now you guys are bleeding into the end user experience, which is just so cool.
Right.
That's amazing.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, And before we ever launched publicly, there was 3 years of development ahead of it, and it was, like I said, it was finding where all the bodies are buried and just eliminating all those problems. So we're just super thankful. Like, I don't know, you can't see right now, but our booths are just filled with integrators, and everybody that I've talked to is like, dude, you guys, thank you so much. And I just like to extend that to all of our integrators for trusting us, you know, and giving us this opportunity. It's incredible, man. I love it. I'm thankful. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah. Well, keep doing what you're doing. And I cannot wait to get back next year and see what new technology you guys are bringing out.
Awesome. Right on, man.
Thank you so much. Everybody out there, go check out Just Video Walls. I'll drop a link down in the description, and you can go see what they're all about. Otherwise, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of content coming from the show floor here at CEDIA. And definitely make sure you become a member of our home theater forum over at avnirvana.com.